Hello students. In this video we're going to introduce you to a concept called unit ratios and scale factors. And as you'll see, it's actually quite a simple topic. So let me go to the first question. Okay, here we have two pictures. This is the Empire State Building in New York City, which is 443 meters tall. And here's a picture of Sydney Tower in Sydney, which is 305 meters tall. And the question is, how many times taller is the Empire State Building than Sydney Tower? And I suspect a lot of you could probably answer that question without me teaching you that. But let's go ahead anyhow, and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, we could set it up as a ratio. So the height of the Empire State Building to the height of Sydney Tower is 443:1. Now, we want to find out how many times taller that is than that. So we could do it by just using our standard method. We write the ratio we know, then we write the ratio we want. So I want to get a number is to 1, and this number here is going to be called the scale factor. So to get from 305 to 1, we just divide by 305, and we divide by 305, and 443 divide 305. Let's just do that on the calculator. 443 divide 305, and to two decimal places, it's 1.45. So we have a scale factor of 1.45. And what that means is the Empire State Building is 1.45 times as tall as Sydney Tower. Now it turns out we really don't have to use this method to solve scale factor questions. You can usually do it just by multiplying or dividing. So the only thing you really have to think about is which do we do. So for example, if you know the height of the Sydney Tower and you're trying to find the height of the Empire State Building, you just multiply by 1.45. And the way you know to multiply is because the Empire State Building is taller, you want that number to be bigger than that one. If you know the height of the Empire State Building is 443 meters and you're trying to find the height of the Sydney Tower, well, you want that to be smaller than that, so you have to divide by 1.45. So pretty much it's just a matter of thinking about it and decide whether you're going to multiply by the scale factor or divide by the scale factor. Okay, let's try a few questions. Okay, the ratio of the height of an elephant to the height of a lion is 3.07:1. So in other words, that's the scale factor, 3.07. If the elephant's height is 4 meters, what is the height of the lion? Well, we start with a 3.07. Oops, take that back. Start with the 4, which is the height of the lion. Now I'm going to have to either multiply or divide by 3.07. Now I'm trying to get the height of the lion, therefore I want a smaller number. And to get a smaller number, I have to divide. So 4 divided by 3.07, and to two decimal places, one decimal place, it says is 1.3. So equals 1.3 meters. And that's pretty much all there is to scale factor questions. You basically start with the original number, and then you're going to either multiply or divide to get your answer. And which of those you do depends upon whether you want the answer to be bigger than the original number or smaller. Okay, have a go at the second question. So stop the video and then check your answer once you're finished. Okay, welcome back. Okay, let's have a go at this. In a recipe for pancakes, there is 4 times as much flour as sugar. So we have more flour than sugar. And 1.6 times as much flour as milk. So again, there's more flour than milk. So if we use 3 cups of sugar, how much flour is required? Well, there's the 3. We're talking about sugar and flour. So there's 4 times as much flour as sugar. Now, do I multiply or divide? If we use 3 cups of sugar, how much flour is required? Well, there's 4 times as much. I need a bigger number, and therefore I need 12 cups of flour. Okay, looking at the second question, if we use 2 cups of flour, how much milk is required? Well, I have 2 cups of flour. 1.6 is the scale factor, so I'm going to either multiply or divide. How much milk is required? I need a smaller number, so therefore I'm going to divide by 1.6. And I'll use my calculator for that one. 2 divide 1.6. And 1.25 cups of milk. And that's pretty much it. For every question involving a scale factor, and here's a scale factor here, but written in words. Every question involving a scale factor, you just take the amount that you're given. In this case, the amount that you're given, which is 3 cups of sugar, write down the scale factor, and then figure out whether to put a multiply sign or divide sign in between it, just basically using a bit of reasoning. Okay, we might leave it at that for scale factor.